thing, Alex?
Good.
I just zoomed in again. Let me know if it's too much.
Good.
Good? Tight one.
Oh yeah.
Good, bro.
Where's the mics? Here. There.
We just gotta talk loud.
A little bit for him. Shut up.
Oh yeah, I'll be like.
Everybody's good?
Yes, sir.
Here we go. Welcome aboard, ladies and gentlemen. Week 4 edition of high school football picks in the great state of Louisiana. We are live from Gary Swallow's Taekwondo Martial Arts building here in Opelousas, Louisiana. Oh, that's me. Uh-oh.
Why on me, buddy?
How you doing?
You blaming on everybody. You pointing at.
I sure was. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks everyone for being here with us another week. Great high school football awaits 24 hours from now. It will be Thursday night football. Friday night, 48 hours away. Excited, ready to get back to another stadium. And we will have new teams on the schedule this week. We will have a brand new stadium that we're broadcasting from. So an excitement in the air for week 4. Cool weather is on the way, ladies and gentlemen. I heard something about a cool front that will be here before long. So excited for that. Cool weather on the way, ladies and gentlemen. It is also the start of district play across the state of Louisiana. The race for a district title begins. And then homecomings have already begun last week. A lot of teams throughout the state of Louisiana. It's homecoming week. Enjoy the week. Stay safe. Get ready for some great football later on in the week. But like we said, cool weather's on the way. It's time for district play, and then homecoming games have arrived. Big week 4 in store, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jordan Taylor. At this time, I'll let the panel take it from here.
Alex Mondo.
Chris Esprit.
Gary Swallow.
Former winner Holden.
Oh.
It is.
Enoch Brogy.
And Marcus Hank.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to show number 75 here from Wednesday night, where we make our picks, we talk a little football, and we just have a little fun. This is an opinionated show where we give our opinions. We're often wrong, but we still have fun with what we do. Once again, I'm in last place of the overall standings of game picks this year, so I got some work to do. Your week 3 winner this week is Mr. Holden Lee. So congratulations, Mr. Holden. He clipped these 3 guys by one this week. So that's a tight race. It's heating up. And week 4 should be a dandy. Anybody's week this week. These 2 right here very well could get that first win of the year. And I'm going to still chase from the bottom. Moving in. What's going on, everyone? I see everyone in the chat. Keep hitting the like and share as we get ready. So just surpassed another goal this past week. We're on our way to 100 career teams that we've had a chance to cover in the state of Louisiana. So you add Jefferson Rise last week, you add Brobridge and St. Martinville, 3 new teams that we've had the pleasure of covering in the last 6 years. We are now at 90 teams that we've had a chance to cover in the state of Louisiana. So what an awesome opportunity it is, week in and week out, seeing great high school football and seeing new teams. And guess what? We get to see team number 91 this week.
Right.
Team number 91 this week you start talking about stadiums. We've been to 48 stadiums throughout our 6-year journey, and we get to go to stadium number 49 this week. So we get a new team and we get a new stadium this week. And then after 3 straight weeks of 3 games in a row, 3 games, week 1, 2, and 3, our total now of career games covered is 107. So the climb to 200 has begun. And then we got a brand new helmet on display for high school teams. Acadiana, welcome to the panel, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks, Mr. Alex, for picking that up for us. And then I want to thank Mr. Vest from Iowa. Dropped this beauty off today, and what a surprise. And we're going to cherish this bad boy for many, many years to come. I can't thank him enough. Can't wait to get back to Iowa. Always a great friend to the program. Week 3 thoughts, real quick. Seen some great football last week. Some major upsets. A lot happened in week 3. Your thoughts, real quick.
Yeah, week 3 was all over the place. You know, you had, like you said, some upsets, some teams you didn't even think had a chance and end up winning kind of big. Just another week of high school football in Louisiana. You never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, the upsets was big too. The Calvary game, the Nuggets loss, the Catholic. The Catholic. That game went in overtime. So, you know,
Upset at home after those 2 weeks they had.
right.
Yeah. That was just not foreseen.
Right.
A lot of
Took
not
me by
foreseen
surprise,
games.
that's for sure.
Right.
Garrett?
Yeah, just didn't foresee a lot of those upsets. But like I said, like Alex said, that's Louisiana football. You don't know what's going to happen.
Any given week.
That's right.
Holden, week 3 thoughts?
You know, as your champion, it went.
Oh,
I couldn't keep it straight.
oh!
It went exactly how I said it was gonna happen. No, man.
We gave you that win.
They had some
Lucky, bro.
They had some upsets, man. It was a good week.
Enoch, thoughts?
Picks wise, I didn't do the best. I took quite a few gambles. Most of them didn't pan out, but
A lot of gambles.
a lot of them didn't pan out. Yeah, thanks for reminding me. No, all in all, you know what?
20 gambles.
Yeah, most of them missed, but that's okay. But that's okay because I thought it was a pretty good week.
Come back
It was
stronger in week 4, right?
back stronger in week 4, and it was a great time. It was a great game we got to see at Baker. Very exciting
What
from start to end.
What an atmosphere that was.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
That game had a little bit of everything.
Yep.
Thoughts of week 3 real quick?
Another successful week, and like I said, that Calvary upset had me jaw dropping when I saw it on Twitter or X. But
Yeah.
Same difference.
still, yeah.
We were in the nosebleeds of the press box over there at Donald Gardner. Well, that's a good ways up there, Chris.
Y'all the ones wanted to go up there.
Hey, but he had a great view.
I liked it,
A
dude.
great view, and when we saw it was 32-7 or 26-7, that's whenever things started to settle in. It's like, okay, somebody has to score wrong, or this may be major upset territory. So
Yeah.
it was something.
When I saw that, my jaw hit the floor, man. I was shocked.
Yeah.
The
Well,
Franklin
that
Parish
speaks
dollar
volumes to
score.
the team that they played against.
Then we had the AC
It
rolling
really
in there.
does.
Mm-hmm.
So we are covering 2 games this week, not 3, 2. I'm going to take the weekend off. I'm headed down to LSU this weekend with the family, friends. We will be there. So no Saturday game this week. Thursday night, it will be Oakdale at Lake Arthur live on Under the Lights. And then Friday, it will be North Vermilion at Northside live on Under the Lights. Let's check those records real quick of times we've covered those teams. Oakdale, 3-1 record. Pretty good record.
Includes the playoff game, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Lake Arthur, 2-0 record. Looking for win number 3 this week. North Vermilion is going to be the very first time we cover North Vermilion. And Northside, 1-0. And we will get to go to Northside for the very first time, too. Brand new turf field. They got it looking nice over there. So I can't wait to experience that brand new football field that they have in the Jumbotron.
Oh, and guys, the reason that y'all helmets are not here is we don't have them yet.
We're promised North Vermilion Friday night. Gonna get that one in.
Okay.
So I'm gonna talk to Coach Carter and see if I can come back home with a Northside one also. So would be
But they're
nice.
still not here.
Well, yeah, we could have had him right there.
Could have had it right.
Is that who made your
I
helmet,
think we
Jordan?
hooked y'all up last year
No.
when y'all came for the Delvin game. We hooked
Yeah,
y'all up.
yeah. So, how about we go top 10 UTL weekly takeaways at this time? And this is when we go feedback from the panel. That sounds good?
Great.
My top 10 takeaways from week 3. And I want to hear what you guys have to think about these takeaways. Let's start off with number 1. ULAB stuns a red-hot Catholic of Baton Rouge team on the road after an overtime thriller. ULAB failed to rumble a week ago. Catholic knocked out Destrehan and STM on the way, and were playing at home for the first time. So it was their home opener, stunned at home. Thoughts on the ULAB upset?
Yeah, I didn't see that coming, but like you said, never know with big time high school football in Louisiana.
Well, with both of those teams being, guess you want to say powerhouses, anything can happen. It wasn't not like ULAB is
No pushover.
No
right.
slouch.
So, but that's expected with those type of games.
Yeah.
Well, that was unexpected to me personally, but ULAB's no slouch. ULAB is a mean team, baby.
Could we say ULAB has really separated itself as the favorite in Division II Select?
Probably. I would say close.
Still
to
early.
It. It's still early, but I think
I don't want to jump on that horse just
They're
yet.
making a push for it, a definite push.
Holden, thoughts on the big time win for ULAB last week?
Um,
Because the Catholic of Baton Rouge team was rolling the first 2 weeks.
yeah, I just feel like that's just two powerhouses, two playoff teams, two teams are gonna make a deep run, and that game doesn't define, like, whoever lost that game doesn't define, like,
Yeah.
either or. You know what I'm saying? Like,
And then they clipped them last year, upset them last year. Catholic went on to win state title, so
Right.
I don't think it's going to affect them.
And they're in two different classes.
Yeah.
but like I said, it's not like they lost to some slouches either.
no.
No.
It's just two very, 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 very good teams going at it. Somebody has to win, and it turned out that ULAB was able to find a way to pull it off. So
Took overtime.
don't read too much into this. It's just two really good teams going at it, and somebody has to win. I wouldn't panic if I was a Catholic Baton Rouge fan by any stretch.
No, they're not
No,
panicking.
Not at all. I'm just saying. You might be upset that they lost a little bit, but it's nothing to worry about.
Sir?
I'm gonna take his word. I'm not gonna panic because I love Catholic of Baton Rouge. I've seen them play in the Dome twice, and I've been enjoying
That's the
them.
helmet right there.
It's not gonna hurt. You can't win them all. I know ULAB's tough.
Right.
Arthur's had their share with them before in the 2010s. Twice in no, I take it back. 3 times in 2 years.
Right.
Right, so it was just a ULAB coming off of a loss. Catholic of Baton Rouge, 2 straight road wins to knock off the winning streaks. It was like, all right, home opener, let's keep rolling. And it's like, all right, stunned in overtime. So,
But would you want to play Catholic of Baton Rouge after a loss?
you know who they play?
Oh my gosh.
West Monroe.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. But guess what?
Catholic of Baton Rouge.
Catholic of Baton Rouge is pissed.
I mean-
And as much as I like West Monroe, I wouldn't want to play him.
West
Not
Monroe
right
coming
now.
off a good
West
win,
Monroe
too.
coming off of a dominate
Dominate win, right?
Yeah.
That was
That'd be North
unexpected.
DeSoto, correct?
Yes.
He beat them, they blew 'em
How
out.
about
Yeah.
takeaway number 2 for y'all, for the panel? Airline shows a heartbeat on defense side of the ball back-to-back weeks. Offense is averaging 50 plus. Defense back-to-back weeks only giving up 28. When you say only, it means I get they showed a little improvement here. Are they trending towards contender status with the back-to-back weeks showing some type of life on defense?
I gotta see a little more from the defense because you gotta look at what the other offense is doing, and they still, week 1 they played a team that's got pretty good offense and gave up a lot of points too. So you gotta give a few more weeks of some good defense against good offensive teams, and we might be able to talk about contender.
And when we say good defense for them, that means 4 scores or less, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
if
yeah,
you're
most definitely.
28 or
They're
better,
not shutting out anybody.
no.
No.
Chris, your thoughts? Airline trending
mean-
towards contender status?
I mean, the defense gotta, play good ball because the offense gonna put up points.
50,
So
50 plus a game.
they're gonna put up points, so the defense gotta make some stops somewhere. Now maybe because they're putting up points, they're putting up fast, and the defense right back on the field.
Back on the field.
Right.
So the defense probably gas. So maybe they slowing it down a little bit and scoring at will.
Controlling it.
Right, but other than that, you got to play good defense.
Yeah.
Right, and the thing about it is that your defense basically has to get them to where you score one more point than they do. That's all they have to worry about. But like you said, they're stiffening up a little bit. But you got like you said, you got to think about the competition, because as it goes, especially in the playoffs, the competition is going to be a lot stronger. So will their defenses that they're going to be facing? What will happen with that?
And
you know?
another big test for them this week, right, guys? Evangel coming into town.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll see a good offense.
Yeah.
We'll see if their defense has improved. Fellas, any thoughts on Airline showing contender status, or you want to see defense a couple more weeks?
I kind of alluded to them. You know, if they had to contend, that they would have to step their defense up a couple weeks ago. It looks like they're taking up to that challenge. I want to see what they do with one or two of those district rivals and see kind of how that goes. If they can bend but don't break, only allow like 3 or 4 scores or whatnot, then I would say they're definitely contenders.
Yeah.
Because if you can score 50 points a game,
And they're in Division I non-select, so they, I mean that one right now seems wide open.
yeah, because I mean the breaks could go their way too if they depending on how seeding and stuff goes. So
Well, I mean wide open for the second team to get there.
yeah,
I
You
think
know,
second team. Yeah, I
having
agree
Ben
with that.
Taylor's good, but I think the best.
You know what comparison I would give them? I would give them, and I'm not using quarterbacks here because that's a terrible comparison. I would say LSU last year. Offense can score for days and defense can't stop a soul.
Right.
Yeah.
But
That makes sense.
That's
What's
almost
good-
like they're doing this year.
I think what's going to
Oh, did
stop
I say
them this
that out
year,
loud?
I don't think they're the best team in their district. I think Bird is.
That's gonna be a fun game.
That's gonna be.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a fun game.
So just a little talking points there for Airline. We'll see. Can the defense keep improving? Because if they do, I think they are definitely in contender status. But
I'm
time will
rooting for 'em.
tell. Time will tell.
I'm rooting for him.
Speaking of Westgate, ladies and gentlemen, Westgate with a signature win over a really good Lafayette Christian Academy team. They answered the question about if they are state championship good. I think they are. Your thoughts?
Yeah, they gonna have a good test. They start in district with this week
Yes.
against Turley. So they got the players, they got the coaches, they got the atmosphere. They gonna keep coming.
Wish we could have saw that Calvary game now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
You're right.
well,
Oh yeah.
we'll never know.
Alex, your thoughts? Westgate looking like they could be state championship good this year. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I think this week will show a lot. But when you have that type of win, you can do it. So we'll see.
Darren?
Very sharp.
Yeah, I think that they're raising eyebrows now a little bit more, but only time will tell. I'd say by a couple more weeks, they're gonna either flex muscles or get hit in the face, one or the other. But
Should be a fun
I think
district
so.
race with them and a few teams
Yeah.
in that district.
Well, I think it starts this week with Turley.
Yeah.
oh yeah, most definitely. I think this is gonna be a major.
Well, if they can stop the
game.
run, they got a great chance of beating Turley. So
I heard good things about the defense. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
and don't turn the ball over.
Guys, thoughts on Westgate? What your thoughts on the big win last week? Championship caliber program over there at Westgate right now.
Well, tuned in to hash it out last night. They did their top 5 teams in the state. I put Westgate as number 3.
On your top 5 right now.
My top 5 in the state right now. They're only behind Ruston at 1 and Neville at 2.
Okay.
If those 3 teams make it in that non-select Division I semifinals, really good team's going to go out at that point. So it's like if they keep trending this way, but
Okay.
I mean, is it too early to say that Westgate might be the favorites to win that division?
I think them and Rustin could be on the collision course.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I said division. I was thinking district, and then I was going to ask division, but
I think the district title will be determined this week
Yeah.
between them and Turley.
okay, that's fair. Yeah, I like that. I like that.
Where would the STM game be? At Westgate? That would be my only.
I think it's at Westgate.
So why y'all look at that? Anybody else? Anything else here, or I can move on?
Go ahead.
You good, man? I'll look for that right
Number
now.
4 for takeaways from last week, Bird and Alexandria showing similarities to the 2020 season, which ended in runner-ups, but great starts at 3-0 right now. Both teams have good ball clubs this coming week. Your thoughts on Bird and Ash, the 3-0 starts?
Yeah, they're on fire, and
Addis team.
if they stay
week.
healthy, they could be right back where they were in 2020.
Yeah, I don't know why I didn't pick Bird last week. I was back and forth with them, but they're a pretty good ball club right now.
Red hot, red hot.
Yeah, they're red hot.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
And Ash, we get to see them hands on come Friday. So
Here or there?
here,
Here. Okay.
so
Yeah, I think that's going to be two teams that are on fire right now, and how Ash responds to OHS, and that'll determine a lot of things right there. But yeah, I think they're both really playing well right now.
Yeah, playing their best ball out the gate.
Mm.
Holden, Enoch, Marcus, anything? Bird, Ash, great starts to the season right now, showing 2020 similarities here.
I mean, the fact that Ash was able to put up that much against Destrehan, who is almost always had their identity, at least the last few years, over suffocating defenses, be able to put up that much, Ash is for real, man. It'll be. I want to see how far they can make it in the playoffs for sure. I want to see if they can make that run.
Holden?
Yeah, I said it earlier. I think they're probably going to win that district. I really like them this year. Remember, they had a really good run a few years back. They kind of a little downtrend, but now it seems like they picked it up.
Thoughts on both? Impressive starts for both of them out the gate.
Absolutely, yep.
Who did Bird beat last week?
Bird beat
Evangel.
Evangel. Okay.
Next takeaway, Franklin Parish sends shockwaves across the state of Louisiana with a major upset over Calvary Baptist. 3-0 Franklin Parish. Watch out. Really good quarterback in Desarian Ellis. He was Mr. Do-It-All Friday night. Franklin Parish, big upset over Calvary Baptist.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I didn't see that coming at all.
yeah. Franklin Parish, they're a good team. The past couple of years, I mean, they played Northwest in the playoffs.
First round
a pretty good game. To
to the second quarter.
yeah. But that district, that's a tough district.
Yeah.
Within the district with Wasserman, Sterlington, Richwood, and Carroll. So they should be.
The coach said in the locker room, it's about time people stop disrespecting us.
Mm-hmm. Saw that clip.
Anybody else? Franklin Parish? I mean,
I alluded to it.
Y'all are quiet here, and that should be the major talking point tonight.
I alluded to it earlier, kind of touched upon it a little bit. When I was looking at some of the scores while watching the OHS Lake Charles College Prep game on Facebook, I looked at that score, and like I said, it was 26-7 at halftime or in the third quarter. My jaw hit the floor, literally, because
I thought the score, somebody updated it wrong, but
yeah, I
fooled me.
was very, very surprised, but also very, very impressed. Like, we knew Franklin Parish was a good team, and we know that when Northwest had beat them, I kind of figured that this year they were going to come back with a chip on their shoulder or whatnot, and they really have proved it so far.
Through 3 weeks for sure. Keep a close eye on Franklin Parish moving forward and their talented quarterback, Mr. Ellis.
Wow.
So week 3 was one for the books. Listen to these numbers, fellas. 41 games last week decided by only one score. 20 games last week decided by 3 points or less. Talk about how great week 3 was.
It was amazing.
Yeah, good football. Like you said, a lot of really close scores. We were on the downside of a 3-point loss as well. So, just trying to still get the flow of the season going. You had a couple of games that were blowouts early in the season for some teams, and you face some good competition. So you're just still trying to fill yourself out, see where you're at, and a lot of close games shows that teams are putting it together on both sides of the ball.
Chris, 41 games decided by one score, 20 of them decided by 3 points or less. How good was week 3?
Man, that's great competition right there. And, like again, shout out to the coaches for making those schedules and scheduling those teams that's you're going to compete against and get you better for the playoffs.
Yeah.
Right.
You're not scheduling them cupcake teams. It's making our jobs harder making picks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If we see a team that's not real good and they playing a powerhouse team or players that's on that team that's great, then we're gonna make our pick, that way. But they making it tough for us.
Oh, yeah.
No, tough is not the word.
Gary, when we did the recap show Friday night at midnight, and we had to add over 20-something games just to the recap show, that's because of how good week 3 was.
It was. I mean, it was all over the place. And when he started telling me about games, I was like, "Oh, you're kidding."
We didn't even cover
Whoa.
them games last
Yeah, we
Wednesday.
didn't.
We had to talk about them
Yeah.
Friday night.
Sure did, and it was amazing. I'm not saying it was the best week of competition that we've covered, but I tell you what, it was close. They had a lot of good quality ball games. A lot of, like you said, I mean, when you win by one score, but whenever it's as close as 3 points or less, man,
And
look
over.
out.
We had one right up the road
Yeah.
with Iota and Marksville. What a
Right.
classic that was. 35-34, I believe
Right.
was the final score.
And
Yeah, I think
overtime
you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had
Overtime
games all over. the
It had a
place.
little bit of everything in week 3. Thoughts on those numbers that I just gave you guys? Go ahead.
This early in the season, that's outstanding. But I think the biggest talk, like I said, was the upset with Calvary. I mean, that's probably the upset.
That was decided by 4 points.
That was the upset probably of the whole season as of
Right.
now.
So far, yeah.
I mean, if news stations all over the state can cover just something that happened across the state, I think the whole state would have covered. Oh, the biggest was Calvary getting upset by Franklin Parish. I mean, they're going to talk about that probably the rest of the season, maybe every year or two to come. Because like anything can be predictable with something like that.
Right. I mean, we were at one of those
1 point.
three
win,
1 point
on
games.
Saturday.
Yeah, it looked like in my head I felt like it was going to go a certain way after the first half, but they neither one of those teams just went away. They kept going blow for blow. The fact that you get 41 one possession games across the state, that's a real testament not only to the scheduling, but it's a real testament to those players that you have to dig deep whenever the game's on the line and it's that close.
You're right.
In the end, the players have to dig deep and make that play or make that stop or force that turnover or score that touchdown, whatever it may be,
Absolutely.
So,
Holden, you got anything?
It's like every week we always say, man, this week's gonna be the toughest week. This one, man, it's gonna have to be a hard one to find one better than week 3.
Yeah.
Week 3 was tough.
Just the results of the matchups. It was. We'll be talking about week 3 for quite a while. Number 7, the Megaphone back at Rummel. Impressive resume for Rummel through 3 weeks with wins over LCA, ULAB, and Archbishop Shaw. Your thoughts on Rummel through 3 weeks?
Yeah, man, they look good. That could be a team that pushes for a state title in that Division 2. So,
Division 1.
but Division
Yeah.
also. So,
Right.
excited to see what they do going forward.
They're in the district with
Catholic League.
Catholic League.
very, very hard. It's still early.
Yeah.
So
Right.
they haven't
Impressive
got to
resume though, right?
Right.
Yeah.
They haven't got to their district play yet, and we know what their district is like.
They're going to get a lot of help with PowerPoints for sure.
They're going to get it this week though. They're going to find out. Curtis Rummel this week.
Right.
Oof.
This is going to be, I hate to say it, that league is cats and dogs fighting. I'm sorry. It's just who's going to win out there. They're so evenly matched, and their tradition is great. But yeah, I think Rummel is really
And then they're coming off of a semifinal appearance from a year ago.
right. And
So-
I think they're flexing their muscles, but like they said, it is kind of early, and they got to go through the gauntlet of district.
Yes. Impressive resume, guys.
Oh, yeah.
They're beating teams, and these aren't first round teams that they're beating. These are teams Shaw was projected to make a little run this year.
They might still do it.
I mean, no, I'm not saying they won't. I'm just saying.
Yeah, like
And,
Shaw's projected to be in a title game by many people across the state. LCA's probably find their way to New Orleans, and that now that they dropped in divisions.
Yep.
Who else they beat? ULAB.
Who just
Probably
pulled off?
the most impressive win of the weekend.
So, I mean,
Catholic,
that's impressive.
I
And to
think
be
after starting week 1 with a win in the Dome against LCA, they could start their season in the Dome and finish it in the Dome. That's their quest.
Good
And
point.
good point. That's
Same with LCA.
Finish the story.
Yep, LCA
Yeah,
too.
pretty much.
Good point there.
Mm-hmm.
When you talk about rivalry football and you talk about you've been playing somebody for over 100 years, do you guys know who's been playing for over 100 years?
John Davis.
Homer Haynesville, 116th straight meeting between the teams dating back to 1907, separated by just 13 miles. Haynesville gets the victory, 27-12. They lead the series, 75, 36, and 5. Starts on the 116th straight meeting. 2 teams playing every single year.
Yeah, it's incredible to see a streak go that long, of playing each other, and it's always a good football game. So,
At the end of the day, that's what you want.
Right.
That you want those kind of games for the communities. I mean, we have them across the state everywhere. So.
A rivalry game like that, it makes me just smile, because that means that no matter what, you're gonna play that team. Whoever it is, they're so much excitement whenever they have those 2 teams play. They're not far from each other. You got bragging rights for a year, things like that. But I want to say hats off to the coaches who kept, and I know they've had multiple coaches over the years that probably had different philosophies and stuff, but it's like whenever they're making their schedule, that's the first game that they have on that schedule, and that's
But what
one
they
of the
do
things.
is they listen to the community.
Oh yes,
You could be a new guy coming in here, and with Haynesville, they've been locked in with pretty much the same coach for years.
Coach, you might
Yeah.
be new here, but
This is
you better go beat them.
We're playing that game, and you better beat them.
Right.
That's basically how it is.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So great thing there. I wanted to bring it up. 116th straight meeting. What a
That's very
1907 first game.
You said it was 75, 36, and 5.
Mm-hmm.
That to play 116 games, there's not even a ton of college rivalries that hit that anymore with all the realignment. It's like those numbers with how the splits are is kind of very similar to the Apple Cup, and we all know that Washington and Washington State really don't like each other. Homer and Haynesville really don't like each other. So even though it's not the closest series in the world, Homer's going to get up to play that game. They're going to steal one every year, and Haynesville's going to be like, wait a minute, we lead this series for a reason. We'll show you why.
Yeah. Oh,
So-
it's rivalries, and there's nothing wrong with that.
How about some of our locals here off to outstanding starts? So I'll talk about some of our locals. You give me your thoughts on a few of them as I bring them up at this time. ERAF, Ascension Episcopal, Westlake, Opelousas Catholic, St. Ed's, Sacred Heart, Bunkie, South Beauregard, Vermilion Catholic. Fast starts for our locals, 3-0. What's your thoughts on the strong starts for? You ain't got to go through all of them, but just hearing some of those names there.
Just generally, I mean, you have some of those teams that have played some good teams that they came out on top, and you're like, okay, they're for real. There's some of those teams that haven't played such good competition, and it's coming shortly. So we're going to see what they're made of in the next couple of weeks.
And some of them are playing each other,
Yeah.
So it's like, oh man.
Yeah, I agree with Alex. Like, it's 3-0 start. That who they played, they probably 0-3, and it's but that's a great start though. To start your district off, you go in there with a winning attitude and everything. So
You look at the first 3 that I named though. ERAF, Ascension Episcopal, Westlake. Been quite a while since you've seen those 3
Correct.
start off as hot as they've had.
Right.
Yeah.
Starts, fellas, 3-0 starts for some of our locals here.
I think.
Because you look at the 5As, they're just beating up on each other.
Yep. I think.
all right,
that-
Jake. DeQuincy too.
I think no matter what,
I ran out of ink.
I think no matter what your program is, as far as where they're aligned, whether they're state title contenders, whether they're rebuilding, it doesn't matter. And to me, it doesn't matter as much who they played. It's like it does if we're gonna consider them like contenders or whatever. But for the smaller schools that may be rebuilding or trying to get that winning mentality back, to me it doesn't matter as much who you played. To win the first 3 games, I mean, hey, you're halfway to a playoff spot. You got kids that are not only wanting to win, but when you start off 3-0, they're expecting to win. Mm-hmm. And when you change the culture, if you can change the culture like that to where it's not just, oh, we'll be happy if we win. No, we expect to win this game, and we expect to win the next one, and as it goes along, you know. So, whenever you start off 3-0, you got a really good future ahead of you, and you should at least be playing postseason ball, at least in week 1 of the playoffs.
Good deal.
It gets you in a good position to do that.
Wow.
Yeah, so, great job for some of our locals here. Starting out 3-0. District play begins for a few teams on that list. So we'll see who prevails moving forward. Final takeaway from week 3. Ladies and gentlemen, don't overreact to power rankings. It's way too early to get worked up over rankings at the moment. We'll start to get a better understanding around the midway point or week 7 on. Your thoughts of a lot of overreaction right now. There's people out there saying we're ranked number 1, but Chris, who'd you play? It's way too early.
I'm
right?
one of them. It just doesn't make sense because you have teams
Why
that
do you put
are,
those goals out?
you have teams that
Way too early, right?
are losing to lower classifications, and they're still ranked higher than people that have a better record that their only loss is higher to higher classifications. So power rankings just don't make sense, especially this early on. But time will tell. It's mind-boggling.
It just depends
Gonna
on
play
where
itself
things
out.
fall.
You let the computer dictate where you go at. But at the end of the season, we all know, you know.
What you think? By week 7 on is when we're gonna have a good standing, or week 5?
Six,
Is that
7.
6 or 7.
5,
Yeah, I would say
I'd
6 or 7 is a little bit better.
I'd say
Because by
after
week 6, they're
5,
all
you
playing
start.
district now.
Well,
just about.
you can. Some districts don't start till, like I know our district don't start till week
Week 6.
6.
And then
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it's week 6 because we all get 1 bye from district in the middle of it. But y'all might play. But y'all have that 6th week is non-district for y'all. Like for Beauchamp, it'd be week 9. So it's like week 10. Yeah. So
7, yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
I seen a lot of people on Facebook
Right. I mean, I have
doing
phone
some
calls.
braggings right now.
Yeah.
So I was like, still, it's early, man.
Still
Just
early.
let it play
I
out.
mean, and the goal.
And
the
enjoy
goal-
your
the
wins
goal
for what they
prep-
are.
The goal preps ranking that's pretty much accurate.
Mm-hmm.
What they
I agree for the most part. Yeah.
yeah.
Correct.
But you know, I don't look at pretty much none of that.
Yeah, we just gotta calm it down a little bit.
Yeah.
3 weeks from now, hey, I'm gonna have rankings all over this page to talk, and we're gonna talk a lot of rankings on this show.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
as for now, I'm not touching it. I don't want to look into it.
Mm-mm.
But if you guys are your thoughts on it, I mean, I think it's just eye candy right now. Make you feel good. Or
Yeah.
here's where we are. Here's where we need to be.
And listen, it may be some postable material for some teams.
Yes, you
Right.
know.
You're
You know what I'm
right.
saying?
It can be like to boost the team up. Like if you're in the top 5 this early, like they like looking in the mirror. Like you want to be right here. Keep grinding. Work. Get your confidence up.
Right.
Keep hustling and grinding, and you'll still be where you are.
Yeah.
Don't get complacent.
Yeah.
We know.
Keep getting better.
We know those buys down the road. Teams are trying to get into the top 8, top 4s. So it started week 1, and
Right.
we got 10 weeks of this sucker. We're here in week 4.
You're right.
Fellas, we did it last week. Let's do it again. There were some shifts in some of these teams because some of them lost that we picked last week.
Yeah.
Does that change your mind? Best team through 3 weeks from each part of the state. Lafayette. Go, Alex.
In Lafayette,
Yes.
that's too many.
Best team through 3 weeks.
So Lafayette area will consider Opelousas to the same area.
To like no Iberia, I'm guessing, or
No
something like
Iberia.
that. We just call it the Acadiana area. How about that?
Okay.
Okay, let's call it the
Okay,
Acadiana
yeah.
area. Best
wow.
team through 3 weeks from the Acadiana area.
Westgate.
Westgate, okay. Chris?
I think it's a tie.
All right.
Westgate and Turns County. Only
Okay.
because they undefeated.
And then
That's fair.
they'll play each other this week.
Right, they're gonna do that.
Gary Swallow, Acadiana area best team through 3
Man.
weeks.
I don't know, man. I'm kind of smitten towards Turlings. I hate to say it that way, but I mean I am.
Holden?
I had Turlings.
Westgate's my number 3 team in the state, so it's definitely Westgate.
I'm gonna say Turlins, but they're playing each other this week. I think whoever wins will take the crown next week. So,
Okay.
but I'll say Turlins right now.
And I'll go Acadiana. The close loss to Ruston, but handling business the last 2 weeks. I'll go Acadiana for mine.
Okay.
Baton Rouge area.
ULAB.
Central.
Central's good, yeah.
ULAB, Central Baton Rouge.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's a random, but no, I like Central.
Central Baton Rouge. Holden,
It's still either Catholic or Central.
which one would you lean towards?
They gotta play each other.
Yep,
Yeah, they
play each other
do.
in district. Enoch, who you leaning towards?
Man, give me Central.
Central?
Give me Central.
You know who? I love them.
Don't
Bears.
count out Dutchtown though, because Dutchtown's undefeated right now, right? Or did
Town
they-
ain't in Baton Rouge.
Yeah.
Where is Dutchtown at then?
Yeah.
They are in Baton
Yeah,
Rouge?
it's
Just on the,
They
outer,
are.
the outer parts?
Prairieville.
Prairieville area.
Prairieville.
Okay,
Dallas.
it's
They're
close
just on the
enough.
outer part, so.
Yeah.
Cool. So they're not quite in the River Parish yet. Okay.
Yeah.
Biggest school in Louisiana.
Yo.
You know I love the Bears. So I'm
Catholic
gonna
of
say
Baton
Catholic.
Rouge?
Yep. You know I love the Bears, so I'm gonna say Catholic.
Done.
Always.
If ULAB doesn't go lose to Rummel week 2, I would be picking them here. So I would go with resume purposes. I'll stick with Catholic Baton Rouge.
All right.
I think that was a good pick.
Southwest Louisiana,
I know who he's gonna pick.
Westlake.
Westlake, good pick.
Yeah, good pick right there. I was
Little,
thinking-
is
I
there a
was
little
thinking
tinge
that
of
too.
I don't want to
Chris.
pull in? Okay.
Sam Houston
I go
playing some
Southwest.
good ball. Only lost to Turlins. Leesville's off to the races.
They lost and a loss.
Isn't Iowa undefeated?
No.
Their only losses to Texas.
Oh,
team.
Texas team.
Lost to LCM.
Oh, okay. I didn't remember if they won.
Come back to me. Go ahead.
Garrett,
I don't know. I'm trying to throw it up, but I think Westlake.
Westlake,
Yeah,
Holden.
I like them.
What is Bar? 2-1.
Close to airline.
It's Caroline.
Shootout.
Guess it's good. Westlake, they undefeated.
Westlake undefeated.
Resume purposes, I'll go Barb. I
Okay.
think they had a little bit tougher of a schedule than Westlake, but Westlake's right there, in my opinion.
I'm gonna say Westlake too.
Okay. I'll go with Iowa. Only loss this year was to a Texas team. So I'm gonna go
They're
Iowa.
still undefeated in
Yeah,
the state.
Well,
so
I think all of those teams are so close.
Yeah,
So close to
I'm
each
gonna go
other.
Westlake.
Yeah.
How about New Orleans area? So it's a big portion there to choose from.
Car.
Edna Carr.
The university.
You don't even have to ask me
of
this
Edna
question.
Carr. I was getting ready to say. So he said it first, but I know who's coming out of his mouth too.
Yeah, I mean you got to.
Carr.
Carr, I think the only one you could maybe argue is Rommel, but I would pick Edna Carr for right now.
Carr.
And then I'll go resume purposes. Rummel, first 3 weeks. Grueling schedule.
Yeah.
Who Car got this week?
Carr
Carr.
got
No, I know you
somebody
don't.
in district play, I think.
Is it Brother Martin? No? No, I see that game already. Never
They'd have
mind.
been on the schedule if.
Yeah, no, you're right, you're right.
Not this.
It's not on.
Yeah.
River Parish, Alex.
Wow.
I don't know.
I'm gonna hate mine.
Lutcher.
Letcher. Chris.
Edna Carr.
Yeah, I know who he was going to say.
They play Holy Cross.
The Holy Cross.
Oh, gosh, okay. Should be the game.
Holy Cross just lost to Chalmette 9-7.
Well, then they make a run last year.
Harlem Berry.
St. Martin's Episcopals from.
Nah, I'm just joking.
Where are they from?
That's River Parish. LaPlace in the
I
area.
thought that was New Orleans.
River Parish. Lutcher. I'm gonna go Lutcher.
Letcher.
If you consider Terrebonne,
I think they're in the
That's-
Bayou, aren't
that's
they?
And the Bayou.
Okay.
That's all.
Well, Lutcher.
Okay.
I'm gonna stick with that too.
Lutcher.
Especially with Destrehan struggling.
Right.
I like Lutcher as well for right now.
St. Martin's is in Metairie.
So it's New Orleans.
So it's New Orleans. Okay.
Lutcher.
Lutcher, yep. Go with Lutcher. At this time, St. Charles is 3 surprisingly,
Right.
and then
It
Destrehan.
jumped up though.
They got a lot
Struggling
of
out the
good
gate.
0-3 teams.
Yes, you right.
Yeah, they got
Them,
some that
Crow,
you can't go by the
amongst
rest
a couple
by the
others.
schedule. Always give me the record.
Sinla. It's got to be Ash, right?
Ash.
Ash, yeah.
Ash with
Yep.
Bunky are close
Yeah.
to.
Ash or Bunky.
Ash and Bunky right underneath.
Leesville flirting.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll take
Ash for everybody.
Ash.
I'll take Ash.
I'm
Bu-
taking Bunky.
Bunky.
I'm high on him.
Bayou.
Edie White.
E.D. White, good pick.
Yeah, I'll forget about them. Yeah, E.D. White.
Terrebonne.
Terrebonne.
I'm gonna go Terrebonne as well.
Okay.
I like that one. I like what Terrebonne's done so far.
I'll go E.D. White.
Edie White.
E.D. White.
Okay. 3 from North Louisiana. 3 big schools, 3 small schools.
Okay.
Ruston, and Ruston.
And yeah,
And Ruston
just
again.
fill that whole thing up with Big Ruston. You good?
Ruston, West Monroe.
Oh, another big school.
No.
That was
I don't
considered.
know about
That's 2A though.
And that was a.
That was
wow.
fun,
Neville.
bro.
Oh, nigga.
You're thinking of somebody else.
Well, give me Neville.
Okay. So you got
Big
Ruston,
player.
West Monroe, Neville. Chris.
Man, you gotta show Franklin Parish love.
Yeah, they're 4A.
Yeah.
Franklin Parish, Ruston and Neville. Nah. Ruston, Neville, and West Monroe.
Ruston, Neville, West Monroe. Gary, same 3.
Yeah, I think so.
Holmes.
Probably put Ash in there.
They're in Sinlaw.
That's in
Sinlaw, buddy.
That's north.
I
They're in the
guess.
same
Yeah.
district with.
I would go Ruston, Neville, Airline would be my 3 right now.
I got Ruston, Neville, and
That's
I'll give Franklin Parish the benefit of the doubt this week.
Okay.
I'll give it to him. Why not?
Ruston, Neville, West Monroe.
Small schools up north.
Washington Christian.
Christian.
Haynesville.
Haynesville.
Oak Grove.
Oak Grove, Calvary Baptist, and Haynesville would be my
Yeah.
3 right now. Oak Grove,
Oak
Calvary
Grove.
Baptist, Haynesville.
I agree with that. Yeah,
Pretty good.
Good.
I agree with that one.
We've seen some good football these last 3 weeks. Who's the best player you've seen 3 weeks? In these 3 weeks, with your own eyes, not on the screen, and it cannot be your own team.
Can I be on team?
Not be your own team.
Yeah, I've seen with my own eyes.
With your own eyes through these 3 weeks. You've been with me once. You've seen Northwest play 3 teams, and not on a stream. You've seen them in person. Who's the best player you've seen in 3 weeks?
In person?
No, you went seen LCA play.
Noel.
Running back for LCA?
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess it's gonna have to be the ball quarterback. What's his name?
Jelani Gray.
Gary, we've seen I've seen about 12 games, but yourself, you've seen about 5 of them. Anybody really stood out to you that we've covered?
Oh, man, I forget his name. His number.
Go ahead. I'll tell you. Go ahead, tell me the number.
Quarterback. I think
What-
it was
what
number
school?
5. I think it was number 5.
What school?
Who were they playing?
You don't know nothing, Jay. Can't give
I can't think of his name. I got his picture in here because you took his picture with my phone.
Go ahead, Holden.
I mean,
Deshaun Ford.
Deshaun Ford from
Uh,
OHS.
I'm gonna go Malik August. His
Quarterback
running,
from Baker.
his running back got hurt, didn't play in the second half. He was that transfer from Acadiana. Malik August put the team on his back and let's win this game.
Who you've seen that really stood out to you?
Although I want to give an honorable mention to number 4 from Jefferson Rise, that receiver. That dude's electric.
Yeah,
I
that
didn't see it in person.
Jefferson Ross is my best player I've seen through this run.
That receiver.
Yeah.
How
Oh,
big
yeah.
was he?
He had at least 3 touchdowns.
No, how
So
big
it
was
had
he?
to be.
was
It
he?
had to be. We saw in person or
Saw in person.
or the
Saw in person.
UTL.
No, not on the stream. Yeah.
I don't know how big it was.
Well, I've only been to the Lake Arthur games this season. Probably the only player I saw in the last 3 weeks that stood out. I don't know his name. I don't know if that's his right number. I'm gonna say that running back from DeQuincy.
Okay.
Jake gonna tell us.
Jake, let us know who's starting running back for the Quincy, buddy.
How tall was he? Like 6 something?
He just
Yeah, it was like 6'1",
he carried.
6'2",
He had a
something
lot of
I
rushing
don't know
yards
where
in
it's
that
at.
game.
I thought it was in here. It's not.
Number 5.
I think it was
Four or
five.
five?
I
The
thought it
one that
was
had-
Ooh,
five.
Kevon Johnson
That's
from
0.
Northwest. Oh, he's 0.
I don't remember.
Let me see his phone.
You don't want to. I don't think I have him anymore.
You done deleted the pictures?
Well, but that's not my pictures. That's your pictures. Yeah, they ain't your
Number
phone.
6. It
Look
was
at-
number 6.
Look at yourself.
Number 6.
6 from who?
DeQuincy.
The Quincy?
Jake gonna tell us. Number 6 from Jake.
Wyatt Laverne.
No, that's number 25. That's 25.
Okay.
Whoever number 6 was.
I'm trying to remember who we
He's
covered
the-
last week.
St. Martinville
OHS.
Bridge.
Marco
With him.
Bridge.
St. Martinville OHS, we gave it to Malvo.
Malvo.
Okay? And then the week before that, you came with me where?
Woodbury. No, I mean,
Hayes
Well, we
Hicks
were
was
there
his
for
name, by
that.
the way.
Where was we at
Ace
week
hat.
2, Alex? Where was we at week 2?
Von Basil.
Y'all had
Yeah,
Acadiana, Lafayette Renaissance in Abbeville.
Okay, so Lafayette Renaissance was the receiver. You weren't there, but you were there for
Basil.
Basil,
Basil.
the quarterback. Was
Oh,
number
that,
2.
yeah, that.
And then
I forget.
week 1 was Eunice and Northwest. You remember.
Yeah. I don't
Oh, yeah,
know.
he'll figure it out.
Give me a minute.
Which 0-3 team right now you can see in December?
Man.
Oh wow, 0-3.
Oh man, let me go look at this.
Which 0-3 team right now you could see in December?
I
at
gotta
the
go to the
Superdome.
second page and look at this. Dang, I'm going to be on the second page.
I think the one that can make the best run is Karen Crow. I want to see what they do in district.
Karen Crow for yourself.
I'm going to take Karen Crow. That if we're talking December, and I think that they could make that run, I think Karen Crow is probably the best equipped to do it.
I'm gonna say Union Parish.
That's a good one.
They're not 0-3,
Yeah.
but they're
Braden's
0-2.
in
I'll
St.
say
Charles.
St. Charles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
St. Charles.
St. Charles is a good one.
Yeah.
I want to see how. I want to see them play
All
because
three
they're
of
playing
them
up at
teams.
the
Yeah,
division. I
I
want to see how well they
can say
do.
St. Charles, I'll give St. Charles a nod over.
Somebody tell Jake STM's not 0-3.
Yeah, STM. They won their first game.
They close.
Yeah, 0-3. 0-3.
To them big boys.
I think it's a tight run between Karen Crow and Union Parish, huh?
Probably.
Karen Crow's got the gauntlet to go through though.
I would say Union and St. Charles more.
Union and St. Charles.
It all depends on what Karen Crow do in district, and then where they land in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Playoffs matters. Where
That's a
you land.
brutal playoff bracket though.
It is.
Yeah.
St. Thomas More is 1 and 2. They beat Karen Crow.
Yeah, they're 1 and 2. They're 1
Yeah,
and 2.
They
That's
lost to
correct.
Acadiana, and then they lost.
To
Catholic.
Catholic.
Panel, at this time, if you have any questions that you would like to bring, it's up to you. I ain't got no more questions for y'all, but if anybody has a question that you would like to ask the panel, the floor is yours. Yes or no?
Let's pick some games.
Yes. No. We're a long ways from there. I got a lot more.
You
Oh,
got
I thought that was the last thing.
I'm good.
My bad.
I'm good.
Any questions?
I need a recount from last week's.
Yeah, we need to get
Any
recount.
questions?
That remind me not to take too
Okay.
many chances this week.
It's bring your own questions in week 5.
We're gonna have to do it.
Bring your own
Yeah,
questions in week 5.
for sure.
All right, real quick, some headlines that really stood out. Pine Prairie ends the streak. Congratulations.
Congratulations,
Yeah.
Pine Prairie.
Birchman's Academy with career number 1. So,
I'm so happy they did it
congratulations.
last week.
First week
Yeah.
playing varsity football and LHSAA, they get win number 1.
Who did they play?
Congratulations. They played the team
Highland
from Highland Baptist.
Highland Baptist. I'm glad that they got win number 1
Yeah.
They about to
Friday.
get win number 2.
Shut up.
How about
Shut up.
Opelousas Catholic?
Whoa!
Homecoming. It's my homecoming. 10 year.
Opelousas Catholic makes it
Going on again.
14 straight over Port Barry.
Yeah.
Baker Buffaloes 3-0 start. Congratulations, Coach Dortez.
Shout out, Coach.
Yes.
Yeah, very good.
Pineville's running back Aiden Tate smashes the single game rushing record at 407 yards, 37
Jesus.
carries, 4 TDs. Congratulations there.
37 carries.
That's 11 yards of carry.
A few games that will be broadcasted this week live on Your View: Turlington Westgate, LHSA Network, Notre Dame and Catholic in New Iberia, and Southwest Louisiana Game of the Week: Westlake DeRidder. We talked about games being played for trophies. We had more trophy games last week. The Bishop Bowl remains at St. Mary's after a 17-12 win over Menor. Congratulations. Belle Chase knocks off South Plaquemines to keep the Boot Trophy. Another Boot Trophy was on the line. Minden beats North Webster to bring the Battle of the Boot back to their trophy case.
Not going to say it.
Jess Curtis era begins with a home win over Madison Prep. Kevin Bertrand era begins with a home win over Grand Lake. West Monroe statement win over North Dakota. Washita Parish statement win over Sterlington. And then Gina shocked after 3 field goals, including the game winner with no time left, as they fell to St. Frederick's 15-14.
Wow.
3 field goals, the difference.
Damn.
446 Sports looking for some good mamas on Friday.
That's best. Might have to go get it before the game, or I don't know if y'all are serving that in the press box for him,
Coach
but
told him on the,
get it before the
Coach
game.
told him on the interview last night he's going to pick mamas up and he's going to supply the press box.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Awesome.
Okay.
Awesome.
UTL Top 10 this week, ladies and gentlemen. There's a shift. Chris got his handy dandy pen ready. There's a shift in these rankings. New teams, new blood this week. Here we go. Remember, no particular order. You guys let me know what's wrong, who deserves to be in, who should be taken out. This is my opinion only. These guys did not put together this top 10, okay? Good? Everybody good at home. Division 4 non-select and select combined. How did I see the rankings falling this week? Washita Christian.
That's you.
Yeah.
Which one is this one?
Division 4 non-select and select. Top 10, no particular order.
All right.
Southern Lab. Vermilion Catholic. Haynesville. Jeanerette. Ascension Catholic. Riverside. St. Ed's. Opelousas Catholic. And Sacred Heart. Opelousas Catholic, Sacred Heart. Winner stays in after this week.
Right.
The only team I could think off the top of my head that maybe I would make an argument for, maybe Logansport, because I think they're right up there too.
They will have a bye this week, no game this week, and then they play Kinder next week. So
Oh yeah.
we'll see
Still
them.
working on it.
We'll see them back in the
Working on
rankings down the road. Fellas, thoughts, concerns, tragedy here, right?
OC go to Ville Platte.
OC's home
They play Thursday.
Thursday.
I mean, might go to that one.
I mean, you got 3 teams in that same district in the top 10.
Yeah, I got Catholic upon the Pete.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I messed up and put them. I put them over St. Ed's because of the resume. So scratch that.
Scratch St. Ed.
Yeah, I'm reading it now. I have Catholic upon the P there because of the resume.
Now the St. Ed people gonna get mad at you.
Oh.
Shriver, I apologize.
You still got 3 teams in that district.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then one of them's going to play their way out this week.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean,
I like it. I would probably put Logansport in there. I don't
Yeah.
know exactly who I'd switch it out with.
Logansport beat up on somebody this past week, and then they have a bye this week.
but- Right.
So
Right.
Next week's gonna be tough.
Oh, yeah.
And they couldn't find a game this week. Yeah, you would have St. Ed's on the outside looking in. Them in
Yeah,
Logansport.
Point Capit needs to be.
Yeah.
I'd probably switch out Logansport with Point Capit personally, but that's just
Well,
me.
Logansport not in it.
Well, no, I'm saying I would switch them out because I would put Logansport in there. That's what I'm saying. But I mean, it's still early. But I mean, I agree with most of that list.
I would take Sacred Heart out and put Logansport in.
okay, you taking Sacred Heart out, you putting Logansport. You're taking Catholic of Punkapi had put in Logan
I
Sport.
felt that Point Coupee kind of struggled a little more than they should have against Hannah. They won. They got it done in the end. But when I looked at that halftime score and they were down by 2 possessions, I was like, wait a minute.
Okay.
You know,
Any other concerns here?
we're good for
Teams that should be
Division
in?
4.
Division 3, non-select, select, no particular order. Bunkie, Dunham, Oak Grove, Lafayette Christian, Calvary Baptist, Catholic of New Iberia, Notre Dame, Westlake, ERAF, and Lafayette Renaissance. New top 10 this week, folks.
I like it.
Oh yeah, I like that one too.
I like that one. That one's actually
Could you maybe make? I'm thinking of some of the teams that are in
Talk to me.
Division 3. Who did Sterlington lose to?
By 40 by lost by
Washita
40
Parish.
to Washita Parish.
Oh, that's right.
They Division 2.
That's right.
Division 3.
3.
Okay.
Braden puts up a good point. What about Isidore Newman? Aren't they undefeated right now?
I think they've only played one game.
I think it was 1 or 2. I mean, they only played 1 game, then no. 2 games maybe.
Yeah, I think they only played one game so far. That's why I left them out.
Disappointing.
Yeah, well, they had the storm and stuff, and they might have had a bye as well. I haven't really looked at it yet.
I mean, LCA was 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm. But the resume.
Yeah, the rest.
The resume, yeah.
Same with Calvary, 1 and 2.
Are they still in? Is Gina still in Division 3 non-select?
Upset this past week,
Yeah.
15-14.
Who did they lose to again? Wasn't it
Who's Gina?
Yeah.
St. Frederick's.
St. Frederick?
Alex, you're awfully quiet tonight.
Taking it in.
I more or less agree with this one. I can't really.
Okay, Westlake, ERAF, Lafayette Renaissance enters this week.
I almost had one in my head, but I remembered they were Division 2, so never mind.
Division 2, non-select and select. Cecilia, Opelousas, Vanderbilt Catholic,
Terrors are good.
John F. Kennedy, University Lab, E.D. White, Lakeshore. Yeah, I know it.
I agree with that one actually.
I know it.
I think they're top 10. I agree.
Both of them, I know. I know they should both be in
You
there.
said E.D. White and Lakeshore?
E.D. White, Lakeshore, then Iowa, then Leesville, then Franklin Parish. No particular order. You got 3 new ones this week.
Yeah.
Right.
I'll take Iowa. I'd put Northwest in.
Okay.
Who was I would probably take. Man, this one's tough.
Leesville and Iowa play each other this week, huh?
No, Iowa plays Wassman.
I would take Leesville out and put Iota.
Okay.
I'll still see.
I know, but I still.
In a mud pit.
It was a mud pit.
It's like
It was a mud pit because
Still gotta play the game.
It don't matter.
yeah.
Cecilia OHS, Vanderbilt Catholic, John F. Kennedy, ULAB, E.D. White, Lakeshore, Iowa. The only loss was out of state. Leesville, the running backs going bananas, and Franklin Parish, biggest upset of the season.
Iowa and yeah, that was a bad loss last week. Not just
Yeah, I would just say for me, switch out Iowa and Iota, and
Yep, Bell Chase has a case. I just didn't like the resume.
the one against South Plaquemine that definitely helps though. South Plaquemine's supposed to be really good this year too.
Mm-hmm.
So
But you're looking at Division 2 beating a Division 4 team.
yeah, you're right. Means a lot to them, but yeah, it's not enough. So
Taking any out here?
Yeah, we good.
I took mine.
Yeah, you got.
just place the W.
Division 1, non-select, select, top 10, no particular order. We've got movement in the top 10 this week. Ruston, Neville, Central Baton Rouge, Rummel, Edna Carr, Catholic of Baton Rouge, Acadiana, Alexandria, Westgate, and Airline.
I like
I don't
it.
know about that.
I like it.
I'm gonna be more or less inclined to agree on this one. I think this is a solid top 10 right there.
Who would you take Airline out with, Alex, since you don't like it?
Did you put Ash in there?
Yep.
Okay.
I'd have to look at those schools. I don't have them right off the top of my head, but
West Monroe for me.
West Monroe for you, Inners?
West Monroe, maybe.
yeah, you can put
Maybe
it.
Mandeville,
Airline's
too.
defense is still too questionable.
Yeah, I take Airline, put West Monroe in.
Yeah, I like the Skippers. I just didn't like the teams they were playing.
Well, Fountain Blue.
We're not ready yet.
Well, they got another
Yeah,
year. They got another year before you think they
Plays
could.
in with West Monroe. After what
I
West
was
Monroe
thinking
did last
18
week.
man.
Yeah, they were
You
impressive.
think they got another year Fontainebleau before they're ready to kind of
Anybody else
Yeah, Coach,
really
he's still
strikes a pulse
implementing his
here?
system.
Okay,
Yeah,
fair.
we good.
Turlings could very well be in this mix.
How far
I mean,
you gotta go from here?
John Curtis has only played 2 games.
they'll get in the mix.
Top 10.
St. Aug lost to a team out of Missouri this past week, so they should probably still be in here.
Yeah. That Westgate Turtles game will be the determining factor.
Mhm.
So a win and you're in type of deal.
Pretty much.
Okay.
I mean, and the winner controls the.
I think if
The
Turlings
district.
beats Westgate, they're gonna be in my top 5 for the state. So
Lafayette Renaissance Charter.
They,
They were in my top 10 Division 3 though.
Right.
this their first year with
Coach Landry.
Coach Landry, yep.
football.
Yeah.
Varsity,
Second, I believe.
Second.
I think it's
Vars-
the second varsity.
yeah. But I think this year there's no like postseason probation or nothing. Like they're full go this year, I believe. Last year I don't think they were eligible for the playoffs, but this year they are. I believe that's correct. Anyway.
There will be some shift in these rankings next week,
There's a lot of people playing each other.
and at some point throughout this season, we'll start ranking them 1 through 10. Once we have an ideal on these teams.
Mm-hmm. Are we ready for that one?
Any questions, concerns?
Solid list all around, man.
Alrighty. Time to pick some games.
Let's do it.
You would like to follow along with the panel, ladies and gentlemen? Go ahead and put your picks in the chat. Remember, it's opinionated. I'm still in last place, so I'll probably be in last place after this week again. He won week 1, he won week 2, he won week 3, and week 4 up for grabs. We'll see.
A 3-way tie.
Or a 5-way.
Three-way
Five-way
tie.
tie.
Terrible, man.
I don't know. I'd rather have the solo one personally, but I mean.
Here we go. Thursday Night Football live on Under the Lights. It will be Oakdale. Coach Bertrand takes the Warriors over to Lake Arthur. Tigers Warriors battling it out. Big game on Thursday, and we're grateful for the opportunity to be there. Should be some fun. Lake Arthur, I know they have some injury concerns at the quarterback position, but we were told they were running a 2-quarterback system in the first place. Oakdale got a big win last week over Grand Lake, so something's got to give Thursday night live at Lake Arthur. Excited to get down there for the trip. Who wins it, Alex?
I like Lake Arthur at home. I think Oakdale's going to give them a test with their athletes, but I think Lake Arthur's going to have enough to keep them under control and get the win.
Oakdale for me.
And remember, guys, I'm calling the game. No pick for myself. Gary?
I'm going Lake Arthur.
Holden?
Lake Arthur.
I think Oakdale has a good chance to roll on that momentum with a big upset over Grand Lake. I'm taking Oakdale for this one. Nothing personal, man.
And Mr. Headgear is here, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, so it's been, as of today, it's been 5,115 days since
5,000.
they've played each other.
Whew. What about 13 years?
2010 was the last meeting.
All right. 13 13, 14 years.
They've played 8 total times. The series is tied 4-4. I think it's going to be maybe high scoring, both sides. It's going to be an offensive battle. But I'm going to do, y'all know what I'm doing. I did it last year. I'm doing
Put the
it again.
headgear. Put it
Worth the
on.
wins.
It brought you a win last year. Put it on again.
There you go. I like it.
Can y'all borrow that for Friday?
We got on.
Y'all got your own?
Why
Why you never put a headgear
I'm
on?
definitely not putting it on.
Oh, you should, man. You should. You should have did it whenever we did the state title
What's
picks
your
last year.
initials? What's your initials for your name?
MH.
Yeah.
No M's here, so I can put it in.
Or you just put the Eat Man.
Alrighty, let's see what we got going on here. Friday Night Football live on Under the Lights. For the very first time, UTL will be at Northside High School. And for the very first time, we will have North Vermilion on the show. North Vermilion coming off of a loss last week. Northside coming off of a loss last week. Two teams searching for their second win of the season. Northside, North Vermilion. Who wins it?
I like Northside at home. They're going to have too many athletes for North Vermilion.
Yeah, Northside, they got to get a win on that new turf.
New turf. Garrett, you do not have a call. You are going to be calling the game.
with you.
Okay, who? Gotcha. Who wins it?
North Vermilion.
North Vermilion? Coach Moy going to run that rock.
Doing the Patriots.
Patriots for Enoch. Okay.
Give me Northside on that beautiful field they got.
I haven't seen a picture of it yet. I'm gonna have to look at it.
And then I have no pick here.
Okay.
Calling the game. All right, boys and girls, women and children of all ages. Let's roll through some of these picks here.
Let's do it.
Naya, we are having issues up there. Or just pick the whole stand up and move it. It's back. And we're back.
Alright, awesome.
Man, go use the restroom.
I don't want to keep y'all behind.
Shit, you ain't worried about that.
We're going.
I'm going to laugh at you.
I need a
This
dunk. So they don't
You
see
gonna
my
be
big
in
old-
We are good.
He gonna
Back
be
on
good.
air.
Now you go use the restroom, dude.
Go ahead.
If you use the bathroom, go ahead, man.
I'll wait. Let me go right
All right. Got 60 more.
Alright, man. For sure.
It's all good.
You not gonna
Let's
talk?
do it.
All right.
We had a glitch, guys.
Let's run through some of these picks here. St. Ed's North Central.
Yeah, I don't see us.
St.
Across the
Ed's.
board?
I
Yep.
don't see
Yeah.
nobody stopping my North Central team.
Let's
St. Ed.
see.
St. Ed's.
I have to go. I'm gonna put a line. I'll come back to it.
You just
We're going across the board for St. Ed's, right?
yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
DeQuincy and Lakeview.
Quincy.
Across the board.
Yeah.
Fighting Jake McCoys.
Ascension Episcopal Rose Pine across the board.
Same.
Mm-hmm.
Blue Gators.
Basil and Highland Baptist Thursday night across the board.
Yeah.
Basil
With
wins that.
Basil. Elton and Gaydon. We're going across the board for Elton.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with that one too.
Catholic Appointed P. Westminster. Who you like?
Catholic.
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 Garrett.
Catholic.
Holden.
Catholic.
Westminster.
Westminster.
Catholic.
Good pick.
Catholic?
Good pick.
And I'll go Westminster. Pine Prairie, Iota.
Iowa.
Iota across the board.
Yes. Bulldogs, baby.
Marksville, Port Barry.
Marksville.
Marksville across the board.
What they said about Tyler's leg?
2 to 6 weeks.
At least he's gonna come back at some point in the season. That's good.
Baker goes 4-0
Yep.
over Northeast.
Absolutely.
Okay, across the board. Beauchamp homecoming against Birchman's. Beauchamp or Birchman's?
I got to take Beauchamp in this one. They're going to get their first win this year.
Chris?
Man.
It's okay. Pick whoever you want, man.
Oh, it ain't about you.
I know.
I want to win.
It's hard to win a
Birchman's
rookie.
Chris?
No, Bertram? That was fine.
Garrett?
I think Beauchamp.
You said Beauchamp?
Yeah.
Holden?
Oh, skip me real quick.
Enoch?
It's my home. This is my 10-year homecoming.
Oh, yeah. You
My
right.
10-year homecoming. Come on, Beauchamp. Y'all got to win this one. This is the one y'all have to win.
Birchman's for you?
Go
Holden?
Gators.
Man, they struggling to score.
Come on.
Give me Beauchamp.
Okay. I'm going Beauchamp also here. Como and Rain. Friday night. Rain, Como. Como
Rain.
gets their first win.
Nope.
Rain.
Rain.
I'm going to take Rain, I
Rain
guess.
across the board.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay. Church Point, Mamu.
Church Point.
Church Point.
Could be a decent game.
I think it's a good game, but I got Church Point.
Close.
Yeah.
It'll be close at first. Church Point finds a way to win.
And I think it'll be a close win for Church Point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Church Point.
Holy Savior Menard and Mamu. Holy Savior Menard and Abbeville.
I like Menard in this one.
Menard.
Man, I'm gonna go with Abbeville.
Okay. Chris Abbeville, Menard. Garrett.
I want Coach to get his first win now.
I'd like to see that too, but I think it's going to be Menard.
I like Menard.
Menard.
I'm telling you, Coach Zeno gets his first win. I'm going Abbeville.
Okay.
I got Menard.
Zeno needs, Coach Zeno needs to get his win. He's going to get it this week.
Okay. I'm gonna go Menard. Home field advantage. Washington Marion and St. Louis. Tough pick.
I know St. Louis is rebuilding this year, but I think they're going to bounce back this week at home.
Okay. Happy homecoming.
Washington Mayor.
Washington Marion for Chris. Garrett.
Oh, man. I'm going to go with St. Louis. Home field.
Holden.
Give me Washington.
I'm going to take St. Louis.
Man, St. Louis homecoming. I got St. Louis.
I'm gonna go St. Louis. Also.
Oh, yeah, I'm tripping. I said Washington.
Washington Marion.
Yeah.
Huh?
I don't know
Okay.
why.
Mansfield, Lake Charles College Prep.
I like college prep.
Yeah, put me for St. Louis, Jordan. My bad.
Yeah, Prep. That's one of those 4-3 teams that
You're right.
is battle tested.
You're right.
Westgate lost by
Two.
2. Barb lost by
6.
Had a great first half with you guys.
I mean, yeah, it's different.
Yeah, you're right. But you
Was
said
it-
battle.
Yeah.
You said battle.
Yeah, and they did.
Garrett.
I'm going to prep.
Prep.
I'll take Lake Charles College Prep. Ugh.
LCCP.
A little bit of a.
It's gonna be Lake Charles College Prep across the board. How about Peabody Franklin? Coach comes home. A little homecoming here for
Harry.
Coach Coleman as he comes back to Franklin.
I got to roll with Franklin here.
Peabody.
Garrett.
I'm going to go with Franklin myself. I think Peabody's just down right now.
Well, they took Fountain Blue to the wire last week.
They lost to Washington Marion.
No, they didn't.
Or Lagrange.
They lost them by 2.
LaGrange.
Hold.
And
Got
They
your cliff notes out of.
If they played the way they played against
Yeah,
Fountain
scoop
Blue, you
so.
gotta pick
well,
'em.
we sat our quarterback and receiver.
Damn, they sitting people in high school football now?
NIL.
Hell.
Oh, baby.
Anyway, man, give me Franklin.
I'm gonna take Franklin because they're at home. If this was at Peabody, I might swing the other way.
M.
Franklin.
I'm going Peabody on the road. Happy return home for Coach. Ville Platte Crowley.
I like Crowley at home.
Crowley.
Yeah, me too.
Crowley.
Crowley.
Well, for an 0-3 team though, Ville Platte's they haven't played bad for the most part.
They just ran it through a gauntlet.
Yeah.
They need his schedule. Then they got to
Coach was gifted that schedule.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. M.
For Crowley.
Okay.
Across the board.
Yeah, I'll go Bill Platt. Bill Platt with the upset.
Not so fast on all of us, huh?
It's not a bad pick.
It's not.
It
It's
really
not.
isn't.
How about Kaplan and Brobridge Friday night?
I think if Kaplan can tackle, then they can win the game.
Tackle in space.
Yes, because Brobridge has some athletes, but I think Kaplan
Quarterback power
overall
coming
can
at you.
do enough to win this game. I like Kaplan.
Kaplan on the road. Okay.
Daily Porter right, Daily Porter left, Daily Porter in the middle.
You're right.
That's exactly
Why
right.
Coach told us it was post shade the whole time, the whole night.
This all kind of thing.
Yeah.
But daily.
Okay.
Bridge.
Garrett.
I'm going with Brobridge myself. From what I saw, I think there could be something.
Holton.
I'm gonna roll with Kaplan again this week.
Give me,
Got you to win last week.
Mm-hmm.
You're not.
give me the Pirates. I'll take Kaplan.
Kaplan in a close one.
Kaplan in a close one. I'm gonna go Kaplan. Also, Buckeye and Avoyles meet up this week.
I don't like Buckeyes' schedule they played because it's kind of misleading, but I think they're still going to have enough to beat the Royals.
Okay.
Yeah, I got Buckeye.
Gary.
Me too, Buckeye.
Holton.
Yeah, Buckeye.
Yeah, they lost a lot of good. Avoyles lost a lot of good players over the last couple of years. I'll take Buckeye. Although I'm not too confident about
Mark.
that one either.
Buckeye Panthers.
My goodness. I'm going Avoyles at home.
The only one?
He did trying to make up.
No, I mean I thought it was going to be across the board here. Whenever I come into the picks tonight with Avoyles because of the tough schedule they played out the gate, but we'll see. I like Avoyles at home. Delcom and Vinton. This is an enticing football game here.
Right.
Who wins this one?
I think Vinton runs away with it.
Vinton Hill.
Me too.
Vinton, CG,
I like Vinton also.
Holton. Enoch.
Vinton big.
Why? Because they beat y'all last week?
Yeah, pretty much. This is a spite pick. This is a spite
I'm
pick.
going Vinton. Tyler's doing a good job over there. His
Oh, yeah.
dad coached me at Lake Arthur's, and he's following his father's footsteps. He's going to be a good coach just like his dad, so I'm taking Vinton.
Vinton homecoming. I'll take the win here. Vinton 3-1. Who
go,
the
Vinton.
cards?
Yeah.
I like it. Parkview Baptist St. Martinville. St. Martinville got their first win. What is the status on the quarterback? They ran 3 different quarterbacks last week. So what is the status there? They welcome in Parkview that lost a shootout with Iowa last week. Who wins it?
Parkview on the road.
Parkview.
Yeah, I just don't know about the quarterback situation. Parkview.
I'll take Parkview Baptist.
I'll go with St. Martinville. I think they pull it off.
Saving the panel. Y'all see that?
Mm-hmm.
He's saving it, so I don't have to. I'm going Parkview. Bird, long road trip this week at John Ehret. Somebody pull out the handy dandy telephone and let us know how long that road trip is.
Got you right now.
I'm
Bird
going to
5.5 hours.
I'm
at
going to
John
estimate
Ehret.
4 hours.
I got you.
5.5.
So add that back.
10 hours.
10 hours on the
11
road.
hours.
Almost 11 hours on the road.
Wow.
2.5 here to New Orleans. 3 hours to Shreveport.
Yeah.
5.5
Oh,
hours.
so I didn't know they were in New Orleans. I thought like it's in between, like
Hold on, I gotta
Baton Rouge
roll.
area and all that.
Truck driver.
Bird.
Bird's no.
Bird. Yeah.
There's some
Bird.
Shreveport, but I didn't know about John, the other
Yeah.
team.
Bird for me.
Yeah.
Bird.
I'm taking Bird as well.
Yeah.
Long road trip to get a W and a long trip home to celebrate.
Fun ride home. What we got? What's the number?
Oh, my bad. Hang on. I'm
Still
still.
trying to find
I'm
out.
So, what you talking about hours?
Yeah. What's the total trip?
All right, I got it right here. Seabird.
When you
Do
get into
directions.
traffic and stuff like that.
Yeah. How about Fontainebleau
I'm
and
gonna get it to you. My phone's
Franklinton?
acting up.
3:35.
2-2-1 teams here.
I like Franktown.
Same here.
Gary? Holden?
Yeah, man, Franklinton's good this year. They really are. I think it's gonna be a really close game, but I'm gonna roll with my boys.
Okay.
Give me Franklinton.
Franklinton.
Shreveport to Marrero.
Yeah, I'm going Franklinton at home. How about St. Frederick's big upset last week over Gina? Can they do it again 2 weeks in a row? This time they get Bastrop.
No, Bashop's gonna win.
Actually playing some good ball.
Yeah, they are. Most definitely.
Holden?
5 hours there, 5 hours back.
What's up? Oh, my bad.
5 hours, 7 minutes.
Bastrop.
Enoch?
Give me Bastrop.
Bastrop.
Bastrop for myself. Northwood Shreveport at North DeSoto. Can Northwood Shreveport stay undefeated here?
I think it'll be tough, but I like Northwood Shreveport over North DeSoto.
Chris, you're in agreement here?
Yeah, Norwood Shreveport.
Garrett?
Yeah.
Holden?
Northwood.
Give me the upset, North DeSoto. I think they bounce back.
I'm gonna go with Northwood.
Is that really an upset though?
A slight one, maybe.
I'm going to go North DeSoto at home. Close. Close victory. How about Terrebonne and Hineville? Terrebonne trying to go 4-0. But they got to go through a good Hineville team coming off of a loss last week to E.D. White. Who wins it?
I like Terrebonne. 4-0.
Yep.
Me too.
Man, I was high on that Homeville team, man.
We all was last week.
Yeah.
But Terrebonne looks like they
Who did they fall to?
very sneaky team.
E.D. White.
Yeah.
Well, it's not like they lost
Not
a
a
bad
bad loss,
team,
right.
You know?
You going Terrebonne?
Yeah.
I think Terrebonne keeps it rolling.
Yeah, Battle of the Tigers here, so I'll take Terrebonne.
I'm gonna go with
T-Bone.
I'm gonna go with Hineville here. Home win.
Mm-hmm.
You really want to win this week,
I want to really dig myself a hole.
He's gotta catch up.
He's either digging or he's covering up. We ain't figured out.
Right.
I will go Hineville this week, ladies and gentlemen. Winfield at Gina. 2-2-1 teams. Good ball game here. Can Gina bounce back?
Yeah, I like Gina in a bounce back game at home.
Home team win.
Yeah. Gina.
Yeah, I like
Everybody's
Gina.
in agreement
Give me the
across the board?
Giants.
Gina.
Okay. How about Welsh at South Bow? Seems like the injuries keep piling up for the Greyhounds. They have enough in the tank to go knock off South Bow this week?
No, Welsh is gonna run the ball. South Bow's gonna stop it. Win for South Bow.
Sabo.
Me too.
The boat.
I'd like to see what this game would be like if Walsh was fully healthy, but as it stands, South Bow.
Yeah, South Bow.
South Bow gets win number 4, but Beck him. He'll have his special night like always. Across the board.
Mm-hmm.
Jeanerette and Lowerville. This is an interesting ball game here. Lowerville took Vermilion Catholic down to the wire last week. I think they lost by 11, but a late surge last week. Jeanerette, scary 2-0 team here. Jeanerette goes in and gets a win, or Lowerville at home finds a way.
I like Jeanerette.
Yeah, I like Jeanerette too. What Lowerville did last week kind of makes me a little nervous about that pick, but yeah, give me Jeanerette.
I'm going to generate myself.
How far are you from each other? About 6-7 miles.
They're not far at all, and they don't really like each other.
I like Jeanerette.
I'm going Lowerville. I don't think my dad would let me back in the house if I chose Jeanerette, so I'm taking Lowerville.
Give me Jeanerette.
Great effort a week ago where Lowerville really made this pick harder than what I thought it was going to be. I'm going to still lean Jeanerette here.
I'm the only one to pick Lowerville? All right, excellent.
Central Catholic at Bunkie. This one might be a runaway tonight, boys.
Yeah, Bunkie B.
Bunky.
I think Bunky myself.
Bunky wins.
Funky Big.
Bunky.
Yeah. Mission. They're on a mission.
Oh yeah.
St. Charles, De La Salle. Surprisingly, both of these teams are combined 0-5 records. So somebody's getting their first win this week. Who wins it?
St. Charles.
Yeah, St. Charles.
Good pick.
Yeah, I think the Common Center are going to do it.
Yeah, I like St. Charles.
St. Charles.
St. Charles.
Okay, across the board. I see y'all.
Yeah.
St. Charles gets their first
Made me
win
think
of the
about it a
season.
little bit though.
When they said earlier, the 0-2 team could find their way to New Orleans. How about Eunice and Kinder? Eunice, some great competition through the first 3 weeks. And then Kinder comes back last week and really found a big win on the road. So they found what they needed to go into a big week for Eunice. Eunice, Kinder, good one.
Yeah, I need Eunice to win this game,
PowerPoint reasons.
PowerPoints?
but
PowerPoint reasons.
I think Kinder's gonna do it.
Kendall.
Kinder.
Kinder.
Yellow Jacket's gonna be a little too much.
Kinder wins big.
Jesus, no. Not what I've seen with Eunice the last couple weeks. Well, they lost by 7 week 1, lost by 7 week 3. So I mean,
37 weeks.
yeah, but I mean they could do that to y'all this
They
week.
couldn't stop Zeno.
Could happen.
Who they played last week?
Who?
Eunice.
Jennings?
They played. No, Jennings was week 2 because that was Eunice's
Yeah, Jennings and Wells
renaming
played
the
last
stadium. That was
Eunice played ERAF.
yeah, Erath. It was
Battle of
close.
the Bobcats.
Mm-hmm.
Blue Bobcats won that one.
Kinder
by like
senior
7.
night, big win.
Seen that already.
Y'all gotta put y'all cell phones up there.
I mean, how much battery I got?
Oh, I bet.
That's funny.
What?
Tap the microphone.
Damn, Braden.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one, Braden.
How about Southside and Lafayette?
Southside, big.
I like Lafayette here.
Get on the road. Gary?
Shit.
And I like Southside. There's just something about it.
Holden?
Southside.
Enoch?
Sharks on the prowl. Give me Southside.
Southside with an upset, if you want to call it that. But
I don't think it is. No, it's
I
not.
like Southside. How about Sam Houston
I'm
Sulphur?
Sam Houston.
Sam Houston.
Yeah, Sam Houston has a more explosive offense.
I'm going with Sam Houston as well. Better offense gets the job done in this game.
I'll bet that game Friday. I'm going with Sulphur.
Sulphur.
Okay.
Hello. Holly's Lock of the Week, ladies and gentlemen. Acadiana over Nish. Everybody's in agreement?
Yeah.
So,
That's a good lock of the week. Yeah.
I think it'll be close at first, but Acadiana will run away in the second half.
I think so too.
Trying to go 4-0.
This might make it good for a quarter. I think.
DeRitter at Westlake. Westlake goes 4-0.
I have
it's
them.
that's gonna be a good test, but
Okay.
I think Westlake's too much in the end.
Right. I do too.
Homecoming there too.
Yeah.
I could see
Westlake.
DeRitter having a lead maybe at halftime or whatnot, but in the second half, Westlake takes care of business.
Man, I got Westlake. Westlake got, and when that district comes, they'll be locked in. They got it locked in.
Mm-hmm.
Dollar General Wild.
Westlake across the board.
Braden got jokes today. Oh yeah.
2 undefeateds. North Iberville at Centerville.
I went back and forth on this one, but I like Centerville at home.
Yeah. Give me North Iberville.
Garrett?
This one I've been debating since I saw it.
You say it every pick.
I'm going to give the home field advantage to Centerville.
North Eberville.
Centerville.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Centerville too.
I'm going Centerville, also close victory.
I think it'll be a close game too.
Give me changing my pick to the real. They beat somebody 2 weeks ago.
Wassman at Iowa, neutral site, will be played at Sam Houston.
Iowa
The lights
big.
still ain't set up yet.
Iowa.
Iowa.
Give me Yellow Jackets.
Man, if this would have been a basketball game, my goodness. But it's on a football field. I'm gonna take Iowa.
Iowa across the board.
They played each other for state.
Mm-hmm. That was
Man.
that was a
Thanks our
hell of a
guy.
game.
Thanks our guy from Iowa for the helmet today.
Yeah, buddy.
Do they compete in every sport?
Who?
Iowa.
It look like
Pretty much.
Baseball,
Pretty much.
softball, basketball now. I
Pretty
guess?
much.
right.
I just forget they moved up to 4A. Now
Yeah.
they're in that district with like Unison now.
Eunice,
buddy.
Jennings,
Eunice,
not
Jennings.
not Jennings. Leesville, DeRidder,
Let Washington
Eunice.
Mare.
Washington Marion, Lagrange.
How about the battle of the running backs here?
It'll be a fast game.
Pineville and Leesville. You saw what Pineville's running back did last week, and you know what Xavier Ford already over the 1,000-yard mark here through 3 weeks.
Quick question: did he get 6 touchdowns in his third game like he did his first 2?
Probably.
I couldn't find it. I didn't see.
I didn't see any stats, but
But
I wouldn't be
I
surprised.
wouldn't be surprised.
can you call Brian Kelly? Tell him to give him an offer to LSU, please. We can sure use him.
No, we need defense. We need
Well, we can do-
put him at
I
safety.
like-
We need a game pick.
I like Leesville at home.
1,000 yards combined. I like that.
Go move with Leesville.
Me too.
First running back to 350 wins the game.
Mhm.
Gary?
Leesville.
Let me go with Leesville.
I'm gonna take Leesville as well.
Yeah, Xavier Ford, Leesville.
I'm going Leesville myself. How about Dale High Charter at Faraday? Somebody's leaving 4-0. Both teams 3-0.
Faraday.
Home team, Friday.
Yeah. Same.
Gonna be a close game, but I like Faraday.
Faraday, 2 touchdowns.
Faraday.
I'm gonna go Faraday right here, so I don't really fall behind in the picks. If they do get upset, how's that sound?
What's that?
I'm gonna roll with the panel, that way I don't get behind in the picks if there is an upset here.
Smart.
We haven't got to the next page yet.
West Washita at Sterlington. 3-0, 2-1. Sterlington looking to bounce back this week. Bad taste in their mouth.
Yeah, I like West Washita.
Same here, West Washington.
Yeah, me too.
Same here.
I wouldn't be shocked if Sterlington won, but I'm taking West Washita. I'm gonna go safe here.
If they were watching, there's some Hayes that live up north that go to West Washita, so I'm going with the Chiefs.
I'm gonna roll West Washita also. 4-0 start. Welcome to 4A. I'm sure they're glad to get out of that 5A district with West Monroe and Ruston.
Oh yeah.
Northwest Jennings, battle of the 2-1s. Jennings, Jerry Simmons Stadium. We'll be rocking on Friday night. Raiders, Bulldogs. Should be some fun.
Should be a good one. Last year, only 3A teams left in the quarters. Jennings is always good. Run the heck out the balls. Zeno's really good. Quarterback's good. See if Northwest can bounce back from last week at Barb. I think we do. Give me Northwest.
Raiders with the dub.
Yeah, I'm gonna give Northwest that.
Man, I think it's gonna be a good game, but just because
Yes.
how I saw what they saw against Eunice, I like Jennings.
Jennings?
Jennings proved me wrong last week. I picked against them. I won't do it this week. Give me Zeno and the Bulldogs.
And it's going to feel like a playoff matchup here.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be a good one. I
Mhm.
Another, I think, high-scoring game, but I'm gonna go with Jennings at home.
So 3 towards Northwest, 3 towards Jennings. Hard to win at Jennings. Home field. I think the Raiders goes in and finds a way to get a win here. Find a way, young men. Ascension Catholic at Dunham. Great matchup here. 2-3-0s. Can Coach Narcisse go in and shock the state and beat Dunham this week?
He can give him a game, but I think Dunham's going to be too much.
Yeah, I like Dunham.
Me too.
Quarterback playing real well right now.
I like Dunham also.
Dunham.
The Dunham Tigers.
Dunham Tigers across the board. Tomorrow night. How about Vermilion Catholic and ERAF? 2-3-0s. This one's going to be some fun when these two communities pack that stadium on Friday night. Screaming Eagles or the Red Hot Bobcats?
I like VC big.
VC.
Big?
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah, big.
VC.
Even with the struggles last week?
Yep.
You like them big?
No, I didn't say big. I said VC's gonna win.
Okay. Chris?
VC.
Holden?
I don't say big, but I have VC.
Close game for 3 quarters. VC pulls away at the end.
VC either way, he got a tremendous quarterback.
Yeah, Darquez is the
He's
real
a
deal.
Super 16 in Acadiana too. So
Ring the bell? Across the board? But the confidence that ERAF has right now.
Remember I said
Who
before the season,
knows?
they always find a way to upset somebody every year.
Yeah.
Vermilion Catholic and Riverside next week. Boy, boy, boy.
That's going to be a good one, huh?
How about the Trojans and Opelousas Catholic Vikings? Sacred Heart, OC, 2-3-0s down to Gardner Stadium tomorrow night. This one is gonna be a showdown.
I like Sacred Heart.
You go with the Vikings.
I'm going with OC myself.
Man, it's tough, man. I really like the coach at Sacred Heart. I think it's gonna be a hard game, man. But
Hard hitting, coming at you.
I'm gonna go with OC, man.
Give me the Fighting Aguilars. I'm taking Sacred Heart.
It's not that big.
I'll take Opelousas Catholic.
I will say Sacred Heart Trojans on the road. A battle to the very end. I think it sets up a potential week 7 district title game with St. Ed's that we will be covering. So I would like to see a district title game. I'll take Sacred Heart.
The game would be at say OC had their own broadcast.
What are you talking about?
To
It's gonna be at Sacred Heart.
no, tomorrow.
Tomorrow will
Is
be
that
at OC.
Yeah.
Right.
They
Sound
have
normal.
their own.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, but Sacred Heart has theirs, but OC's the home team.
Gotcha.
Notre Dame Catholic New Iberia tomorrow night. Good defense, good offense going at each other. Who wins it? Who gets the better?
I like Notre Dame.
I'm going with home team, Cali.
Me too. I think this is going to be an awesome ball game, but I think the home field advantage is going to give it the edge. So I'm going with Catholic of Mountaineer.
I think Notre Dame just fell into a really good team, so I like Notre Dame to bounce back.
Give me the Pios.
And Notre Dame's red hot mad after that Turbulence loss. So give me the Bios, Notre Dame.
Catholic New Iberia, a outstanding atmosphere. I think they squeak out a win at the end, but I don't think there's going to be many points scored here. I think it's more of a 13-10 type of deal.
Right.
How about Archbishop Shaw at LCA?
Like-
Nice bounce back.
I like LCA. They played Romo a lot closer than Shaw did.
Shaw.
Garrett?
LCA.
I like Shaw. Oh, LCA.
Enoch?
Give me LCA because they're at home. If this was at Shaw, I'd go the other way.
And LCA's amazing atmosphere. They always bring it.
Both teams looking to get a bad
LCA.
taste. Both teams looking to get a bad taste out of their mouth after last week.
I like LCA at home. They play well at home. Evangel and Airline, ladies and gentlemen.
I think Evangel is going to win. They have enough defense to slow Airline down, and I think they have too much offense for Airline's defense.
Airline.
I didn't even get your pick.
Evangel.
Evangel, okay. You like Airline?
Airline.
Oh man. Can they stop them? I'm gonna go with Airline.
Ben Taylor's too much.
Airline gets it done. Probably will be a shootout with this one, but I'm not going to hold that too much against Airline if it turns into a shootout, but they'll win.
I got Airline, but it'll be a close game.
56-50. Airline wins.
Brady says first one to 60.
Yeah,
It might be 70 to
Might be
60.
70.
That might be.
Damn.
track
Ooh,
meet.
Jeez.
Track meet on the football field.
Brother Morton, Jesuits. Brother Morton looking to go 4-0. Can
Yeah.
they beat Jesuit on the road?
I like Brother Morton.
Brother Martin.
Yeah, me too.
Yep, Brother Martin.
Brother Martin.
Crusaders, baby.
Crusaders get it done. Brother Martin.
Across the board. How about St. Aug and Warren Easton meeting on Saturday?
Throw the records out the book.
Yeah.
I like all of them.
St. Augustine.
Is this a rivalry game or it's just they're that close?
I think
Catholic
they're
League.
all rivals.
I mean,
basically.
Any New Orleans
Morning
team play each other, they
Morning.
always treat it like a
Yeah.
rival.
Okay.
They moved in last year.
Okay. I'm gonna go St. Aug, man.
St.
It's
Aug.
district
Yeah.
play right now for them.
Yeah.
Yep, district play has started.
I'm gonna take St. Augustine. If Warren Easton wins this though, we gotta look out for him though.
Yeah.
So
I think it's gonna be a good game.
Remember Kennedy beat Warren Easton 2 weeks ago.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna go with Warren
Right.
Easton for it. You know, I'm gonna take him.
Hey, this is where I one up you.
all right.
I'm coming to at least beat him.
Mhm.
A-C-G-H-E-J. St. Aug for myself. Edna Core next week. Fireworks. How about John F. Kennedy at St. Paul's? The only game in the state, year in and year out, that has to be the biggest crowd expected. 18,000. Y'all want to go?
When is it, Saturday?
Saturday?
No, I'll be at LSU.
Yeah, same.
Me too.
We're going to the Tigers.
It ain't that serious.
Same.
John
Season
F.
ticket
Kennedy,
holder.
St.
was tomorrow night, maybe.
Paul's. No, I ain't going to New Orleans on a Thursday.
John F. Kennedy.
Who did St. Paul?
St.
St.
Paul's.
Paul's.
I think this JFK.
Gary.
John F. Kennedy.
Holden.
JFK.
JFK until further notice.
JFK.
St. Paul's. At home.
I almost picked this.
They almost got stunned last week by Cinema. St. Paul's, I mean, close wins the last couple of weeks. I'll take St. Paul's here.
Well, he's trying to claw back in from that basement. Huh?
Yeah. Might go get deeper and deeper.
There you go.
He's shoveling, man. He's shoveling. Instead of filling up, he's shoveling.
Might be by the
I learned my lesson last week, man.
But I actually wanted to pick St. Paul's because of how Kennedy played last week against Salmon. So
Oh, I think it's
Cinnamon
gonna
has
be
some
a good
athletes,
game.
though. They could-
I really do.
Santa Monic's a good team.
They're a good team. They got
so
some athletes,
I know
man.
St. Paul's is a good team too. So I think St. Paul's at home might sneak by and get a win.
It wouldn't be a bad pick either way,
How about
man.
West Monroe Catholic of Baton Rouge?
Excuse me.
I think Catholic bounces back this week.
I can never pick St. Paul's.
And listen,
But don't really like them either, or is it just?
That's a district over district rival.
Monroe, West
Okay.
Monroe.
They're rolling right now, huh?
Yeah.
Even in the loss to Pulaski, they scored like 40, 50 points.
Yeah, and that team is always in the semis, the quarters, the state finals, and Little Rock. So, and then what they did to North DeSoto last week, held them to 14 points. Yeah,
Yeah.
and they put up 50 something points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So definitely impressive for sure, man.
Gary, you don't pick against West Monroe often. Are you doing it this time?
I think this is going to be one of the best games of the weekend.
Yeah, Brady, they kick on sidekicks every
Time.
So
3
Boy, when it
possessions, and what was
Boy,
it?
when it works, it
70-something to
works.
50 something.
yeah.
Final score.
Well, when it works, but when it doesn't, it gets ugly pretty quick. So kudos on them for making that work.
And he said that was North DeSoto's only bad thing. It was stopping the run, and that's what West Monroe did.
Told it. We gave them the blueprint.
I'm going with Catholic, man.
Oh, Gary,
Sorry.
you're going against your rules here.
I know, I am, but I mean, I'm just. You playing Catholic in Baton Rouge after a
I was
loss?
trying to get one up on him again.
Oh, no.
Holden,
Catholic.
I'm taking Catholic as well at home. If it was in West Monroe, I'd flip the pick because I think this is going to be a good defensive game.
It's a far little drive.
I don't agree with you.
You think it'll be a shootout?
I think no matter where the field is, I think Catholic wins this week.
Okay.
Well, if I could be a mosquito flying around the lights, I'd love to see that matchup.
Not even
Maybe
a fly.
Maybe we would see it in the dome in the future.
A nagging mosquito.
Megan Mosquito.
West Monroe,
You know, I'm picking the Bears. I'm picking Catholic.
I'm picking them with you.
You only one out of them?
Yes.
Damn.
So you might be in that. You might be in that.
You might be able to get one up on us, man.
It surprised me if West Monroe wins because, man, they're playing some good
Playing
ball.
some good ball right now.
They are.
How about John Curtis and Archbishop Rummel? Do we get back to reality here if Curtis goes beat Rummel, or do we think to ourselves, hey, there's 2 good teams going at it? May the best man win on Friday.
I like Rummel.
I'm sorry, I can't.
I mean,
Curtis's only loss is to an out-of-state team right now.
who they win was against.
North Shore.
I mean, I think you can't even look at it like that. You got to look at his.
North Shore has
I
a
mean,
decent defense.
Look who Rummels played too.
That's some,
I mean-
that's some men. You know,
Yeah.
Sorry.
Don't like going against Curtis.
Yeah,
I don't blame you.
I don't either, but guess what? I'm going with them. I think
Somebody
they
has-
find a way to. They find
Somebody
a way
got
to
to
beat
show
that.
me first
Yeah.
when they beat Rummel. So
Rummel. I'm gonna go Rummel.
Rummel too.
Give me
I
Rummel.
won't be surprised if Curtis wins. But I
Rummel
like
at home. They find a way to get it done late.
Are they really home?
I guess. I don't know.
Don't they all share the same?
I don't even
stadium?
care about the
It
home
don't
field
matter.
It
advantage.
don't matter.
I thought John Curtis had their own.
It's gonna be a home
No,
game.
John
for,
Curtis
well,
shares a field with.
They all share the field.
Yeah.
John Curtis.
Chad,
Now,
Chad Gorman.
Newman's the only team in New Orleans that's got its own field.
Only Newman.
Carr has
Yeah.
one.
The
now.
Carr
Well,
has
Carr.
one.
Well, yeah, Carr has one too. Yeah.
Oh, no. Carr must be
Yeah.
the second
Yeah.
then.
Who?
Carr.
Car in the car.
Car got their own field.
Oh yeah.
They
I
must
thought
have,
they share with somebody.
They must
Nah.
have just got it. I used to play at
We-
Tad
we-
Gormley in the past, huh?
We practiced on it for
Okay.
the state title game last year.
Okay.
It is beautiful.
Yeah.
Now they just got to put some bleachers on the other side.
That's it.
For the visitor side.
So it's
pick?
one-sided, huh?
Rummel.
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 Who you pick?
Rummel.
Yeah, I don't think Core has a.
He
stadium.
doesn't, but they're not playing on it now. But they
Carr.
has it. It just
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh, they share. Oh, so Carr shares with Landry. Okay. Thanks, JB.
It's John Curtis and I think Jesuit that shares the shrine.
I think so.
Who you like? Who you like?
Rummel.
Rummel?
I said Rummel 4 times, man. He ain't paying no attention.
Who you like?
Rummel. There's no slouch.
and Shaw put on there.
I'm not picking against Rumble again this week. Give me Rumble. Not picking against him again this week.
I'll take Rummel.
Okay, I'll take John Curtis. Cecilia and
Not bad.
Central of Baton Rouge, ladies and gentlemen.
Could be fireworks all over the field for this game, but I think Central's too much.
Central.
Garrett?
Man, this game is hard for me, but I'm gonna give the edge to Central because they at home.
Holden?
I like Central.
Easy pick for me. Give me Central.
Central,
That's an easy pick for me.
Central Wildcats.
Okay. We'll go across the board here. Alexandria and Opelousas. Who wins it Friday, Alex?
Ash gonna be a little too much for OHS this week.
OHS.
Gary?
I want to go OHS, but I think Alexander's going to be too much. I'm going with them.
If y'all can stop beating yourselves, y'all can win this game. So I'm gonna give y'all another chance. I like OHS.
I'm gonna take Ash. I think they'll be a little too much.
Come on, Chris. That's where we're gonna get
I'm
him.
gonna go with Ash. It'll be a close game.
That's where we're gonna get him,
From
Chris.
down to the wire, like what he said before. Whoever got the ball last will win. So I think Ash will get the ball last.
I've been saying that Ash looks like a complete team.
Look,
so
Troy.
I'll pick them this week. Turlington Westgate.
I like Westgate.
I need Turtles to keep winning.
I was gonna say PowerPoints.
PowerPoints, right?
But as far as this Westgate, this gonna make me determine if Westgate is that team.
Home setter of the season, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Gary?
Westgate.
Man, just from how big them boys are, man, I think Turtles they're gonna make a statement.
Okay.
Give me Westgate, man. They're a top 5 team in the state, in my opinion. I think they'll prove why.
Turlins.
Turtles. Okay. I'm going Westgate. Also,
My man.
very impressed with the win last week. See if they go win a district title now.
Mm-hmm.
St. Thomas More Neville this week.
Long, sad ride with STM coming home. Neville.
The Tigers.
Yeah, I think Neville's going to be too strong for STM. STM's really not the STM of old.
No, they are. They're just going against.
Catholic, Acadiana.
You moved up. You moved up now. It's not.
It's gonna get more difficult.
Right.
It's amazing they're still playing the same.
I'm with you,
40
Braden.
district, though.
Right.
Neville's defense is gonna smother them. I'm with Braden. I think it's not gonna be close. I'm serious.
I got Neville winning this game, 17 points. I think they'll win this game fairly convincingly.
Look, my boy Ant, big Ant.
So
Neville beat Evangel. They beat Calvary Baptist. They beat that team from Mississippi. And
they're my number 2 team in the state. The only team I think better than them is
Southside.
Ruston.
I think they'd have beat Southside too if that
Okay.
game would have happened. But I'm gonna take
I
Neville
agree.
at home.
Okay. And
I agree with
I
you on
will take St. Thomas More on the road. Climb back
Somebody
season.
gonna be by the furnace this week.
Climb back season.
You're right.
I'll be back in it after this week, Chris.
A few feet deeper.
Or 2 feet deeper.
Too deeper. Let's see what happens.
Close it out, Alex.
Yeah, a lot of teams final test before district. Some teams are testing themselves in district. Either way, it's gonna be a good week of football. Ready to see it.
Chris,
Good weather this week.
what's the on the menu this week?
Oh, nothing watching.
Just watching it.
Yeah,
Cool.
watching.
Cooler weather this week too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just excited that, hey, we got some quality games coming up. It's going to be exciting. This might be a winning paper or it might be a trashy paper. We ain't figured out yet, but man, I'm going to tell you, high school football, exciting. Just stay healthy, hydrate, do what you got to do, and leave it all out on the field.
Hogan,
Just another week.
Enoch.
I think week 4 is going to be pretty darn good. I don't know if we're going to get quite as many close games as we had for last week. Hopefully we'll get a bunch of them still. But there's a lot of good matchups here, man, and I think this is going to be pretty key to finding out who the true contenders are and who is pretending. I think we're going to get more questions answered than what we were thinking. So this will be I think this will be an eye opener this week 4.
Marcus.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of good games.
It's going to be another fun week with all these games. I'm just debating, do I want to wear jeans this weekend or shorts with the cold front? That's all my only concern right now. But I think it's going to be another
as long
fun
as
week.
we're in Tiger Stadium and that brutal weather that they had last
That
week.
heat, yeah.
I
Oh,
was
man.
there, I've seen 3 people get stretchered out from heat exhaustion, and maybe the first time ever I've seen Death Valley run out of water instead of beer.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're right.
whoa!
Yeah, you're right.
You tell him. Wait,
They,
LSU didn't run out of beer.
they ran out of water.
Right, yeah,
They spent. Somebody who works over there told me they made over $640,000 worth of water.
Wow.
Mountain Blues playing Franklinton, and the whole panel picked Marksville. So, good night, ladies and gentlemen. We will see you tomorrow night from Lake Arthur, Louisiana. Oakdale, Lake Arthur live on Under the Lights. And then Friday, we will have Northside, North Vermilion. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in with us this edition of Week 4 High School Football Picks. Thanks to the panel for being here this evening. We will see you tomorrow night. Enjoy the rest of your evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good night.